Today I'm showing you how you can build forms and surveys quickly inside of Claude using the Weavely MCP. So we'll start by installing the MCP in Claude, and then I'll show you the functionality and how it works. So under settings, connectors, under the add custom connector button, you need to give the baby a name. So let's call it Weavely, of course, and then the remote MCP URL, which is this one. I'll leave a link to that in the comments as well. For the rest, that's it. So there's no advanced setting, just press add and it's going to add it to Claude. So if you check the configuration, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of different tools, but we'll run through them as an example. So how it works is that you can ask Claude to build you a form using Weavely, and then you'll be able to completely tweak it. So add custom logic, change elements, add elements, change the design, all from within Claude, and then finally you'll be able to publish it, of course. So let's start with a very simple example. I need a short feedback survey for my SaaS called Weavely. And then of course you use the Weavely MCP. So Claude is going to read in all of the different tools available to it from within Weavely. Then it's going to create our form for us. It's going to come up with questions and build us an initial form on which we'll be able to then iterate. So there we go, it tells us what it added. And then of course the most important part, we have a preview link which we can click here. So this is fully a preview link, so it's a working form. You can fill it out completely. As you can see, it took over the questions that it said it's going to add, but you can't actually use this. I mean, you can share it, but you won't be able to collect responses. That's the publish part, which we'll come into in a second. So we can fill this in, and then I can give my email address right here, press submit, so we can check that everything works correctly. So we can now do a whole bunch of different stuff from within Claude as well. So we could add new fields, for example. We could swap fields around. We could even add logic. So let's say, for example, that I only want to show the NPS scale if a star rating is given. That's one of the available tools. So the way that this works is if you make any tweak to the form, it's going to call a new tool, it's going to update it, but you'll be able to just use the same preview link to check your updated form before you actually go ahead and publish it. There we go, the changes are live, so we can head back over to our tab and just hit the refresh button. And as you can see, the NPS question is gone. As soon as I give it a star rating, it comes back. So that part works. But now, of course, we want to actually publish it and be able to collect responses. And the only thing we need to do is just ask Claude to publish it. So let's say publish it. It's going to give us a link to the Weavely platform. If you already have an account, automatically the form will be linked to your account. If you don't have an account, you'll be prompted to create one once you enter the Weavely platform. And then that's it. Your form is live. You can share it with people and start collecting responses. So this is it. Open it in Weavely Editor, open that link. And then I'm already logged in, of course, so I get this animation and I get the URL that I can share. If you haven't created an account, you will just get a prompt to create an account, and then you will see the same thing. Once you're inside the Weavely editor, you can further customize it, so you can further tweak the logic that we've set up. You can, of course, further add any questions. You can set up integrations, so Google Sheets, Make, N8N, you name it. And then of course the most important part is the results tab, where you will see all the results come in once you start sharing it responses. Of course, if you have set up an integration, you'll see the responses come in there as well. That's it. That's how you build forms and surveys from within Claude using the Weavely MCP. If you like these kind of tutorials, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.